Here we go. Hi guys.
Hello.
Welcome to this new amazing Ravenscry live chat. This is my real face tonight with glitter
Good.
on the ears. Yes.
You're looking good, Mauro.
Of course it's
Great.
better than the real one, but
Yeah.
So welcome. Tonight we have another great special guest from London. Welcome to Rebecca and Stanley of the Mariana Hollow.
Thank you so much. It's really
Hi,
great
Rebecca.
to be here. Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Thanks to you to be here with us. So
Welcome.
how are you? How are you?
Yeah, I'm good. All the better for doing this because it's really nice to see some different faces and be doing something like this is a lot of fun. So thank you. Yeah.
Yeah. Thanks
How
to
about you guys? Are you guys well?
Yeah, we are. I'm good. I have this new ring light in front of me that I'm testing. I think I'm more beautiful now with this light.
No,
What do you
you're
think,
not.
Fred? No, it's better like this. Okay.
You
Yeah.
can try, but
I'm kidding, man. I'm kidding, man. I'm
How
kidding.
are you, Fede? How are you?
Pale as always, as you can see. And yeah, no, I'm good. I'm happy to have Rebecca with us tonight.
Thank you.
So yeah, I'm good. I'm good.
Did you
I'm
sleep?
happy.
Did you sleep well tonight? Because the last time you slept bad, and then you have difficulties to read the comments.
Manage all the yeah, right. Yeah, I did it. Thank you.
Okay, so perfect. Okay, we talked a little bit before going live. I asked you how is the situation there in London, and it's pretty much the same that's all over the world, right?
Yeah, it is. I mean, I think similar to you guys. So we're still in a lockdown, and but there's a little bit of light at the end of the tunnel, I think, because the vaccines are going in, and yeah, we just hope over the next few months we can start to see friends and family properly. Because actually, as a band, we haven't seen each other for so long. I mean, we've done a lot of Zoom chats and stuff like that, but to actually see each other and just be able to hug each other will be so emotional when we get to do that, because it's been a long time. So yeah.
And are you all from London, or?
So sort of around London. So I'm in the north. Our guitarist Gabriel lives in South London, Southeast London. Our other guitarist Richie, he's currently living out west in a place called Ascot, and our bassist Sophie lives actually well, it's beyond Norfolk actually, so that's quite far out of London. But yeah, we'll make it work when we can get together. As soon as we can, we'll do so, and it will probably be in London. So
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And we have already some friends to say hi. Right, Fede? Fede, are you here? Fede.
I can't hear you guys.
Oh no!
Come on.
What's going on?
Some technical. Okay.
Oh, he's gone. He'll have to log in again.
So
no worries. It's how it is sometimes.
I'm going for it. So we have
no worries.
David Francis. Hi, David. Welcome.
Hello. Hey, nice to see you.
Mark Holcomb. Welcome back, my friend.
Hello.
And David says, good blue photo. Okay.
Yeah,
you mean this one. Okay.
I'm sad I haven't got one. I'm going to have to make one.
Great. I think Fede is coming back. Hey, welcome back.
There we go.
Hey, man. Hey, Rebecca.
Hey.
Yeah, little issues.
Can you hear us, Ryan? Can you hear us now?
Yeah, I can hear you. You can hear me. You can see me.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Cool.
Perfect. You can take your role again. The comments and stuff. Okay.
Cool.
Right. I think we can start with our official questions. What do you think?
Okay.
Let's start with a very standard one. So, Rebecca, when did you start singing and how?
So, Well, firstly, I grew up in a very musical family. So my dad's always played in bands. He's a guitar player. And I grew up like really surrounded by music, a lot of like 50s and 60s rock and roll, the Beatles, Elvis, the Beach Boys, Queen, bit of Michael Jackson, stuff like that. And just grew up loving music, always listening to stuff. And then I remember one Christmas, me and my sister got a big Casio keyboard, and it was like the best thing in the world. And we started writing songs together, probably when like 12, I was about 12, something like that. And so that's kind of when I got into singing, and I got into exploring, you know, writing songs with my sister. And so we would do that for a few years. And then, you know, when I was in secondary school, a couple of my friends, they were basically like, we're going to start a band. I'm a bassist, I'm a guitarist, let's start a band. And I was like, oh, I'll be the singer. And I didn't really think anything of it, but I was just like, oh, I'll just do this. And so, yeah, we started that band at secondary school. We were into, it was things like Blur, Ash, Placebo, Foo Fighters, that time of that kind of bands. And yeah, we just had a blast. And I never had singing lessons at that point. It was just really about having fun with my girlfriends. And, you know, we were just learning as we went, really. And it just progressed from there. And then I've been in quite a few bands with all girls, which has been a lot of fun. So yeah, through school, then after leaving school, yeah, and I've just always loved it. I have had a couple of singing lessons like later down the line, but it's always been something I've I've been drawn to it quite naturally. So yeah.
Interesting. Cool. So you grow up in music.
Yeah, very much so. And also classical music as well. Like that's been quite a big part of my life, because I played clarinet and stuff and a bit of piano and played in some orchestras and things like that. So I have that background, which I think has helped me a lot, like understand, you know, breathing in singing and things like that. So yeah, it's just a big part of me.
Great. Cool. And do you play any instruments? You mentioned the piano.
Yes, so yeah, a bit of piano. At school, I played clarinet and stuff like that. I've had a few, I've had a few drum lessons. I'm not very good, but I have had some drum lessons. Yeah, that's it. I'm not a guitar player. I'd love to be able to write songs on guitar, but I'm not a guitar player.
You should.
I should try, but I can't.
Yeah, you should.
So yeah, I'll leave that to the guys in the band.
No, it's the most beautiful instrument in the world. But I'm telling this because I'm a guitarist.
Of course.
And also the man on my side playing guitar.
Yeah, unfortunately, for Ravenscry, I played. Yeah, but you know, I don't know. I never tried to play another instrument. I don't know why, because maybe I was focused on guitar, and techniques and guitar stuffs, But I want to try to learn the piano, because it's a really complete instrument. You can do the melody and the harmony at the same time, and well, you can do it also on guitar with some kind of tapping techniques, but it's better on piano.
You have to be Van Halen or something like that.
Yeah.
I'm not. So I will do not. So.
Okay, so you grew up in music, but when did you decide to become a professional singer? Which was the spark that brought you to take this decision?
I mean, I don't know if it's ever really a conscious decision for me. I just kind of, I knew it would always be there in my life. And I knew that I loved being in a band. So I think, as I left school, I was in my girl groups, and that was a lot of fun. But I kind of, I got to a point where I thought, oh, maybe want to, try something else, or like do something a bit more challenging for me vocally. And that's about the point when I reached out and found the Mariana Hollow. And I think joining that band, it just, it opened my world up a lot. And, although, sadly, we've never been able to make it something that it's our sole profession. We all work as well, like day jobs. but it's just something we love. So it's always been there in our hearts, and it's just always something we're going to carry on doing. And we've kind of, you know, there's been obviously members along the way who've left and new members have joined, but the heart of it is there. And I think it makes me, you know, just want to keep going, because I've made some amazing connections and friends through the band too.
Cool.
Interesting. What
I say good answer.
Okay. Sorry.
I should also say, I was just reminded me there that I think I was quite inspired growing up by a lot of the bands in our area, because where I grew up, we had quite an amazing music scene of heavy bands. Like Sixth were from around where I grew up, and Gallows as well. So I sort of went to a lot of gigs, like seeing like amazing musicians play and go on to do really incredible things. So it was really inspiring. And yeah, that was a spark for sure.
Yeah, of course. I think that we meet so much also to not only to play concerts, but also to go and see other bands playing.
Yeah,
you know?
so much. I just I cannot wait to do that again. I really can't. It's something I took for granted, I think. And I think a lot of people are saying that, like, there were times when I was like, oh, I'm too tired to go out to this gig or whatever. I haven't got enough money. Now I'm like, I do anything to go and do that. So yeah.
Yeah, we totally get you. And which are speaking a little bit about influences.
Yeah.
Which are the albums and the bands that have influenced you the most?
I think probably a turning point for me was when I was at secondary school, and I really got into rock music. Like I started probably with Aerosmith. They were like one of the first bands I really got into, and I was just struck by Steve Tyler's vocals, because he's just so amazing. And so like Pump and Get a Grip and then Nine Lives, like those are some albums that I just really loved at school. And then I kind of delved a bit more into rock and then got into metal. So I suppose, I don't know, growing up, I loved Jack Off Jill and Marilyn Manson and Nine Inch Nails and stuff like that, Human Waste Project. And then I kind of got into Pantera and some heavier stuff, Mayhem and things like that. So I kind of explored a lot of things. It started with rock and it kind of went from there. But I mean, in terms of singers, obviously all those bands I've mentioned have very different singers, but I've kind of, I suppose, taken little pieces from all of them and how they've influenced my style. Because I don't really think I sound like one particular, person. So I try and be me, and I try and, I suppose I take influence here and there. But yeah, that's kind of, those are the main bands. But I also listen to a lot of 80s hair metal stuff. I like Nick Cave, I like Ghost, I like lots of all sorts of music, really, and then classical music as well. So yeah.
Well, a lot of different great music
for sure.
And what about now? Are you listening something in particular in these days?
Trying to think what most recently. I like Gojira. I like some of their new stuff. That's cool. I like Carrick Angren. They're kind of sort of, I don't know, it's like fairy tale black metal, but I like them a lot. I don't know. I kind of go backwards, really. I've actually been working through all my music from A to Z and trying to re-listen to albums that I haven't listened to for ages, just because, I forget stuff, and so that's kind of what I'm doing, to be honest. Yeah.
In these days, also, I used to listening old CDs, old compilations that I used to do in my youth.
Oh yeah! Oh wow!
Yeah, in my car when I'm driving.
Oh my gosh! I'd love to hear those.
Which ones?
I used to make those as well.
Yeah.
Which ones?
Well, a lot of stuff, different stuff. Recently, in a CD, I discovered some songs from Ronnie James Dio or old songs from Megadeth that I forgot. a journey in the past, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, me
That's
too.
funny
I'm very
because
much.
Yeah. What?
Oh, yeah. I want just to say that's funny because a couple of days ago I found in my attic old cassette from Toto.
Oh wow!
So
which
Amazing.
album?
yeah, I don't remember the name of the album, but it was in that cassette was Rosanna.
Oh, I love that.
So,
That's amazing. That song.
What an amazing!
By the
piece.
way, is the cassette was of my mother because she's a really huge fan of Toto. So
Oh, cool.
yeah.
Actually, that reminds me. My husband is always playing that on the drums, Rosanna.
Yeah.
Oh.
The shuffle stuff. It's
Yeah,
incredible
it's hard.
difficult.
It's not easy.
Deceptively hard. Yeah.
You had to be Steve Porcaro to play.
Yeah.
It's really, really, really difficult.
It's really good. Yeah, it's hard.
Yeah,
he was a really good drummer.
Yeah, talking with drummers about that kind of shuffle, and most of drummers says that only Porcaro can do that kind of I don't know, that kind of shuffle.
Thing.
And you can reproduce like him. It's
Yeah.
something incredible.
You wrote that, so
I know.
you can play it. So it's when you try when for example when I try to do when I try to learn some songs from other guitarists, it's always difficult to have the same intention that they add to them.
I totally get that. Yeah, when I've done a cover of something, it's just something different, like how the steps in the melody are placed, or like how the phrasing is done. It's just a little different. So it's weird when you're doing something yourself. It just comes out.
Because I learn it. It's this, but there is something missing,
Yeah, that's true. That's why some musicians are so great,
Yeah.
I had a question, but right now I forgot the one.
Maybe it will come back. We'll come back.
Yeah.
Come back later.
Let's move on. Okay, let's talk a little bit the band. So, how the Mariana Hollow project was born, and what are the story and the concept behind it?
So it was kind of born about 2007, if I'm not wrong. So the original guitarist Stanley and our guitarist now Richie, they formed the band together. They had like a sort of shared love of like Alice in Chains and Anathema, bands like that. So they started writing songs together, and then they auditioned obviously for drummer and bass players. So Adam and Scott joined. And then it was kind of at that time that I was looking for something new in my life, and they were auditioning for singers. And I think they had quite a tumultuous kind of experience with auditions. I don't know if you guys have been through that. Like sometimes auditions are very strange and quite weird, so quite difficult sometimes. So they had lots of singers come try out. Nothing was working. And then we just kind of found each other. And it was at that time when, stuff was on MySpace. So we were sharing stuff on MySpace. And then I went down to audition and we just clicked. It just really worked. And I'd written some vocals for some of their tracks and did those in the room with them. And they liked what I'd done. So that was the beginning. And it was just great from the word go, really. We're very lucky. And it's funny actually, because I think Richie and Danny and Scott were quite keen to have a female vocal, but Adam wasn't that bothered and kind of was a bit not opposed to it, but it wasn't a priority for him. But it ended up that we married each other because he's my husband now. So it's quite lucky that he had me come and audition. But anyway,
Funny.
it was funny, yeah. So anyway, yeah, we went from there. We quickly got into writing our first album. And yeah, we've had, obviously over the years, we've had a couple of changes. So I think it was about late 2012, maybe, Danny, our guitarist, left. It was a shock. It was sad. And, you know, it was kind of a turning point. We thought, are we going to carry on? Are we going to do something else? But we all agreed we wanted to carry on. And luckily we found Gabriel, our amazing guitarist, and it was a joy when he came to audition. We were like, this is the guy, this is fantastic. So Gabriel then joined, and then a little bit later on, a few years down the line, Adam decided that he wanted to go and pursue other things. So Adam left, and then after Adam left, we had a few different drummers, really, sort of nothing really permanent, and you know, big shoes to fill with Adam. So we just kind of had a few different people playing with us. And actually on our most recent album, a guy called Dwight Brady played drums for us, just kind of like on a session basis, and he's amazing. So that was cool. And then, sadly our bassist Scott decided to call it a day just about when the album came out. So we have our new bassist Sophie. So we're it's been a few changes, a few up and downs, as you well know, being in a band. But you know, we've had so 3 albums and an EP, and I would say the last album that we did, our most recent album, The Abandoned Prey, we're just so proud of it. And you know, it was worth the wait. It took a long time, like blood, sweat, and tears, to get there, to get it mastered and mixed and everything. But it's just it's something we're hugely proud of. So I just can't wait for us to like get back out and play it, and you know, all of that. I'm sure you guys are feeling that as well with your own stuff, because you released stuff last year, didn't you?
Totally.
Totally, because you know, I want to hit to the stage again.
We are looking forward to play the album on stage, of course. And
because when did yours come out? Was it last?
It was last year on May 15th.
On May.
On May 15th,
And when you were speaking about Gabriel, you know, and his audition, I remember the audition of the singers before picking Julia, and the sensation, the feeling is when Julia started to sing. We all look each other in the eye, and we never say a word. But I understand that we are all of us. We are thinking, okay, it's her.
You
know?
That's so magical.
After 3 seconds, you know, it's. I think it was pretty much the same for you.
Absolutely. You know, we saw some good guitar players, but there was no one that had that like magic touch like Gabriel. So it was really cool to find him.
It's something chemical, you know. I know.
For sure.
I think it was the same for my audition. So the other guys look in their eyes and said, gosh,
okay.
This man totally sucks on guitar, but we can do anything. Let's keep it.
Man, we thought, okay, it's the last one, so we have to pick it.
Exactly. I'm sorry, guys. I'm so sorry.
No, you're good.
Oh.
Okay. So usually, what's the songwriting process of the band? How do you usually come up with the ideas?
So Richie and Gabriel, they write everything basically. So they write all the ideas from the start. So the guitars get done first, and they'll usually you know, come up with sort of a full song usually that they've created, and they put maybe a drum loop over it or something like that. And then so they'll send that out, and then I kind of sit with it. I listen to it for a while, and then I'll usually lay on my vocals on top. And at the moment, we're just doing this online because that's how we're doing it. So I share my ideas with them, and Sophie will, put on her bass, and that's really what we're doing at the moment. And that's kind of how we do it out of lockdown as well, to be fair. Like Richie and Gabriel will write stuff together because they live together ordinarily. So yeah, they'll write a lot, and then in the band room we kind of just work on ideas that are already there and just kind of make stuff really tight and nice. That's kind of how we do it. So for me, vocally, I always do my melodies first. I don't sit and write poetry, put it that way. It's not something that I do. So I write my melodies, and then my lyrics follow. Sometimes I'll come out with a hook with a certain line or some words that work, and then they'll sit in the song, and I'll build the lyrics around that. But it's always melody driven. And I suppose it's weird with lyrics because they come at times, and sometimes they're not there, and then they'll be there. And it's quite hard. And I think my lyrics are sometimes like, they can be quite, catastrophizing, quite macabre, they're quite dark, but I'm not really like that on the outside. It's kind of the worst, like darkest thought that I have. They come out in the lyrics, and that's I guess, what I do with those thoughts. But at the moment, I'm kind of in a bit of a weird one with that, because although I see things in the world that are really horribly dark and depressing, at the same time I'm at home with my little daughter, and when I see her being happy, or I see her asleep, everything is right with the world. Do you know what I mean? Like nothing is wrong. So I've got these two like extremes. And I used to, before I had my daughter, I think I saw things differently, I guess, and my lyrics would be quite dark generally, but nowadays they might be different. I don't know. So yeah, but that's generally how we form our songs. That's the usual process.
That's interesting. So when you said that you usually when you wrote your lyrics, you pick your ideas from your dark side, or
it just seems to come out like that, to be fair.
What's are you feeling singing when you sing that kind of feelings?
I mean, I feel it quite deeply, to be honest. Like when when I'm performing those songs, like, it's quite, how to say it? It's quite exhausting sometimes, because there's a lot to come out. It's really emotional for me sometimes to sing these passages that I've written, especially if it's something, experience I've been through. Not all the songs are about like me, they're about other people or things that I observe. But they do like get me here, so to sing them and to perform them. But that makes it also special for me, because I really love performing them, and I get something from that. It's important to me to do that, but it is quite emotional. So yeah,
of course. And have you ever thought, okay, this is not me singing your songs?
Yeah, I guess sometimes it's, in a way, on stage for sure. Like it's weird really. Sometimes there's a bit of an imposter syndrome. Like sometimes I feel like I don't really deserve to be here, and then the other times I'm like, there is an ego there. I have an ego, and I like being on a stage and performing. So those two are like in contrast with each other. But yeah, sometimes I go out of myself and I'm just singing, but it's not really me there. So yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I think this is a fascinating aspect of our job. So and, of course, and of a singer, of much more, I think.
Yeah, I guess it's, you can I know you can say all sorts of things, even not with words, and it's just, I love exploring what my voice can do, and how how I can make it feel for someone listening. I love that. Yeah.
Okay. Do we have some comments to read?
Yes. We have a comment from Minnie Birch.
Oh, yeah.
So nice to hear from Rebecca, Miss the Mariana Hollow Best Live Band.
Oh, that's so nice. Hey, my lovely.
Do you know her?
Yeah, I do. Yeah, I love her.
Oh, she plays the guitar. I saw.
Yeah. She's
Yeah,
an amazing musician.
And I suppose better than us, Mauro. So
Of course. It's not a difficult task,
no. Yeah, that's true. And also David Francis says, last week I played my metal guitar, but I can't. Okay, I can't. I think, yeah, because I study and reading my beautiful novel books, but soon and later I play guitar very well. Before next day I wake up, I'm drawing nice metal guitar. Please, some commas. I'm kidding, man. Good. Good, by the way. Good. Yeah. Great. And again, that very nice talk about guitars, friends, you guys. Yeah.
Aww.
You know, guitar stuff is
guitar
talking about amps, pedals, and
oh, that goes right over
picks.
my head, I'm afraid.
And okay, we have a comment from Mark.
Oh, Mark.
Hello from your biggest American fan, TMH. Oh, Mariana Hollow, right?
Hi, Mark.
Yeah.
Welcome,
Hi, Mark,
Mark.
by the way. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you. Thank you as well, yeah.
And also we have Matthew Lee Anson says, good evening, guys. Hi, Rebecca.
Hi, Matthew.
Hi,
Matthew. How are you, man?
He is great. He is always here with us. Great.
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome.
Thank you, Matthew. Okay.
Cool.
Let's move on.
Yeah.
Now, do you remember your first live performance with the Mariana Hollow?
I do very well.
What was your best live performance ever?
Okay. So our first the Mariana Hollow show was in my hometown of Watford, just north of London. It was it's quite a rundown pub. It's a big pub, but it's, quite a bit grotty. And so that was booked. And I think there were 3 bands on that night. I think we were first. I'm trying to remember, but we were really pretty nervous, also really excited. But I had an extra emotional layer to that day because it was my granddad's funeral on that day. So it was really a really emotional day. And then it was kind of to finish the show and to achieve the show, it was kind of a good end to the day. And my parents came to watch, and it was like a huge moment. And I just remember the show was good. I think we were all nervous. We all felt like we could have played better or whatever. But we did a good job, and I think everyone who came enjoyed it. So it was cool. It was cool. Yeah. And so what was the best one? So probably a few actually come to mind. I think the show we did for our album launch in 2019, the Abandon Parade, we did it was like a small bar in Holborn in London, and we played quite a stripped back set. And it was a really, really special occasion. The acoustics were really nice, and we had a really tight group of supporters there. It was a really, really great event. So that was one of my favorites. I think back really fondly of that. And it was just before I had my daughter. So, we just got it in there. It was really good. And then otherwise we played at the Underworld in Camden, which is quite a cool venue. And we played with, that was the Theatre of Tragedy. And that was a really cool show. I remember really enjoying that. And also one other that really springs to mind is when we did our EP launch. We did it at a small bar in Camden, and it was just one of those nights where everyone's really hot and sweaty and really enjoying it, and it was just really fun. It was such a fun night, so I look back on that as well with good memories. Yeah.
Great. And if you have to choose your best venue, what should it be?
Best venue. Or we were chatting about this the other day, actually, with the band, but it's sadly a venue that's not here anymore. But there used to be a venue called the Astoria in London, and it was knocked down because they're developing a big rail network, basically. And it was so sad because it was such an amazing venue, and we'd all seen so many cool bands there, and we always wanted to like play there. So it's the Astoria. Yeah, it was probably my favorite. Yeah,
I think I had a DVD from a Steve Vai concert live at the Astoria.
Really,
an incredible live show.
Oh wow, amazing! Yeah, it's such a really special.
I never been there, but I think it was a really great venue. Of course.
For sure. Yeah.
Do you can you remember some funny story about the touring or on stage?
Oh gosh!
Fun fact.
Actually, I do remember. This is bad, but it's kind of funny. When we did our very first gig, so okay, our bassist Scott is Scott's left, but yeah, he's blind. So at our very first gig, we'd all finished playing, and like everyone was kind of excited, and you kind of jump off the stage and go backstage or whatever, and then we were all like, "Oh, where's Scott?" And then we realized that Scott was like on the stage because he's blind, so he can't go anywhere. He can't see anything. Yeah. So we were like, oh no. So we were like, okay, we've got to go back and get Scott. So we had to go and get Scott because otherwise he was standing there, bless him. So yeah, that was like so stupid of us. We hadn't even thought to do that. So yeah, that was really stupid from our first gig, I must say.
And what did he say to you?
I think he said something to us, but I don't want to say what it
something bad.
But yeah, no, we learned our lesson. Let's put it that way. We learned our lesson. Yeah. I don't know, really. I mean, we've had a lot of good times. Just nothing too bad has happened, to be honest. I don't think of anything that's been really terrible, like a really shock horror story, but just a lot of good times, really. What about you guys?
Yeah, touring is very a fun and incredible experience. Of course, we can talk about for hours.
Yeah.
I remember a fun fact when we toured with Angra in 2018, I think, and in a certain moment we are on. We were traveling with the tour bus, and we missed. We said, "Where is?" I don't remember.
Oh, Max.
Max. Where is Max? He's a guitar player of another band, and we realized that the man didn't.
Wasn't on the bus.
He wasn't on the bus.
No.
We just forget him at the venue. And the bus line, and the night liner, I don't know. I don't remember the why. Maybe because he was waiting for his sandwich on the bar in the venue.
It could be something like that. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway.
Actually, my husband was on a tour and in Germany, and he got locked in a venue while he was using the bathroom, and he got locked in, and then in order to get out, he basically set off the fire alarm so that he could get rescued. But then he had to pay a massive fine because he set off the fire alarm.
No.
Really? Wow. Wow.
So that was bad.
Wow.
That was with another band though. That's not the Mariana Hollow.
Yeah, we laugh now, but in that moment,
at the time, not good. He was not laughing at the time.
Yeah.
Poor guy.
Yeah, poor guy. Yeah.
We have a couple of comments to read.
Yeah. Mark Mister, right? Hi, Rebecca. How are you? I like your performance of Edinburgh Rugby.
Oh, yeah.
Are you going to do any more covers?
Oh, I think we should. It's been ages actually since we've done a cover. So yeah, I think we should do one, but I'm not sure as yet what it's going to be because we haven't got plans. But yeah, I'm sure we'll do something at some point. Yeah.
Great. And also we have a comment from Minnie. It says, so many good memories of seeing the Mariana Hollow live. I must say, Rebecca, makeups is always top-notch at live shows, works of art.
Oh, thank you.
Oh.
Thank you. Yeah, I do love that. That's my other love, as well as music, is my art. My makeup art. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, we will talk about later.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's talk about the future. I know that it is uncertain right now, but let's try. What are the plans for you and Mariana Hollow in the future?
Well, I guess firstly, it's just going to be to get in a room together, to give each other massive hugs, and you know, just to be together, number one. And then, you know, we want to get back to practicing, to, you know, writing songs in the room together. And then we just want to get playing live again, because we have performed some of the songs, quite a few of the songs on our album before it was released, you know, but we want to do that again. There's a lot of songs on the album that we haven't really played much live. We want to do that. We've also been writing a lot of songs during the lockdown period, so we're hoping to maybe do an EP with those songs. So maybe towards the end of this year, if we can. So just to get back on it, you know, because it's been so long, and we'll obviously need to like find our feet again, because unfortunately we had a bit of time out when I had a baby, and then this lockdown happened. So it's kind of been longer than we really thought it would be to be out of the scene. We just want to get back in there now. Yeah.
I think this is the right time to share some links. Yeah.
Of course. Let me check. Okay. Yeah. If you want to follow and support the Mariana Hollow, please go on their on their Facebook page, Bandcamp, and YouTube channel.
Thank you.
Don't worry, guys. You know, we know you are lazy, so all the links will be displayed in the copy after this live chat. So you have no excuse.
Okay.
Yeah, cool. I saw a comment.
Yeah, let's read it.
Yeah. Okay. David Francis says, I think it's a question. So, guys, what are you doing last week or last night?
Not a lot, to be honest, for me anyway. Same old.
Yeah, me too. Had a pretty boring night because I ate pizza and fall asleep on the couch. So nothing very special.
Last night, yesterday. I just finished to play Halo Reach again. That's it. Boring stuff.
Yes.
We are old.
My usual
guys.
thing is like, eating dinner, having some wine, watching TV with my husband. That's basically what I do.
The most important thing is that we are happy doing this kind of everything.
Sure.
Everything is.
Yeah. There is also comments from Megadeth says, "I'm late as usual. No problem, man. Good afternoon, Ravens and Rebecca."
Hello.
Hi, Megadeth.
Hi, man.
Hi. Hey, man.
Okay. Do you have any other projects besides the Mariana Hollow?
So I was in another band called Kingbreaker, and Gabriel, also from the Mariana Hollow, was in Kingbreaker. But that's kind of just, taking some time out. We kind of ended Kingbreaker like maybe a couple of years ago. So we did one album, we did quite a few gigs, but it kind of wasn't the right time for everyone. So yeah, that's kind of at a side at the moment. But otherwise, yeah, I've done a few guest vocals for things over the years. My friend has a project called Labyrinth, and I've done some vocals for him. Recently, I've done some vocals for a band. I won't give their name because I think they want to announce it separately. But they're doing an album, and I've done some tracks for their album. So yeah, it's just bits and pieces here and there. But the Mariana Hollow is my world, really.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
You are focusing 100% on. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
And
Cool.
do you teach singing?
No, I don't. No, I don't. I have thought about it actually, but I've never done any teaching of singing. So, but recently, my husband basically made the jump from doing like a day job to being a music teacher and musician full time. So he's teaching the drums, and so it sort of inspired me. Maybe I could do that, but yeah, at the moment, no, I still have my day job. So yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we all had to focus on teaching because we can't play live, of course. So
right. Yeah. Absolutely.
all of us are doing lessons, online lessons
really
right now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Wow, that's really good. Actually, I mean, I never thought it would work very well doing online lessons, but actually it seems to work really well for a lot of people, and a lot of people have done, my husband's had a lot of people coming for lessons. So
yeah, maybe it's more difficult for the singers, I think.
Maybe, because there's a lot to be said for when when you're teaching someone, you want to see how they're standing and how they're breathing, and you want to look from different angles sometimes.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah, you should. You should try. You should try
one day. Thank you. I'll give it a go.
Now we are at that kind of moment in our chat that we start talking about stupid stuff and something that
my favorites.
Yeah, which are your hobbies and interests besides music?
I love art. I love designing makeup and things like that. So as my friend said on the chat, so yeah, I do. That's one of my main loves. And when I do shows, I like to be creative, and it's one of my dreams to retrain in the future and do like special effects makeup and makeup for films and for theatre. I would love to do that. So one day maybe, but that's one of my loves. I also like being outdoors. I love hiking. I love going running. I like exploring with my daughter because she kind of sees the world like everything is exciting, everything is new, and that is really special. So that's kind of given me a new love for just being outside and in nature, and that's so I just little things like that really. I love family time is really important to me. And time with friends, obviously, which I'm missing a lot. So yeah, just trying to keep fit and trying to keep a healthy mind as well is important to me.
Yeah, that's very important.
Yeah.
Did you do any school about makeup?
No, I haven't, but I would like to. So I plan to do that maybe in a few years' time. Hopefully I can do that, and then we'll see what happens. Yeah.
And
Yeah.
what about movies or TV series?
Yeah. So actually, what are we watching? Oh, at the moment we're watching Wayne on Amazon, which is really good.
Mhm.
It's
Is
like
it
a dark. It's
Wayne?
kind of like it's like a dark comedy
Mhm.
set in Massachusetts, I think. But anyway, that's really funny. You know, I like Game of Thrones type stuff. I like The Walking Dead. You know, all those kind of shows. I suppose we watch more like TV than film actually at the moment. Although we have been doing since we're at home all the time, we've been watching like trilogies and series. So we're doing Star Wars at the moment, rewatching all the films. And then, you know, we did Harry Potter just now, just all of the films, just like to rewatch things, you know. So we're doing that at the moment.
Yeah, I don't like Game of Thrones. This is just no for.
Oh, I love it.
Yeah, but it's incredible
There's no
that I think the 90% of our guests is a kind of nerdy, you know, that like Game of Thrones, video games. and
Yeah.
stuff.
I'm not surprised at all about that.
Yeah.
I'm not surprised. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's an equation. You know, metal musician nerd equals nerd. It's very very frequent.
Definitely.
As you can see, ladies and gentlemen, a gamer.
Yeah.
Yeah, actually, in the band, Richie is definitely a gamer. I'm not sure. Actually, Gabriel and Sophie a bit Gabriel. I'm not sure, but yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, if you have to pick one or two movies that change your life or your way of thinking,
wow,
what would it be?
Oh, Lord of the Rings for sure for me. Such a big fan of Lord of the Rings. So yeah, that was huge for me. I was obsessed with that, with Lord of the Rings. What else? I don't know. When I was growing up, I liked I don't know, Edward Scissorhands was a big film for me growing up. Just like it was kind of a sad fairy tale. I loved that. So yeah, things like that. I like stuff like that.
And speaking about Lord of the Rings, David Francis made a comment about it.
Well, as good night, I'm going to read my novel book of The Lord of the Rings.
Oh, there we go.
Okay. Yeah.
Well,
cool.
Good choice.
Good choice.
I was a little shy. I'm a little shy because about this thing, and embarrassing at the same time because I think I was one that I don't like a lot of Lord of the Rings because
don't worry. If some people say that, it's fine.
I remember that when I went to the theater with my friends to watch the first movie, and after 15 minutes I fall asleep in the chair. Yeah.
Yeah,
and
you can.
All my friends says you cannot. I can swear on the live chat, but
Man, no problem.
They said bad things to me.
Oh,
yeah,
dear.
you can leave the chat right now. Yeah.
Okay. Bye.
Yeah.
I like to do this trick.
Your punishment.
Okay, let's say good night to David.
Hi, David. Good night, Mauro. Good night, Faye. Good night, Rebecca. Sleep well, guys. Thank you. Because today I looked forward to see the Amazon Prime Lord of the Ring TV shows after reading novel. Wow. I never know that there is an Amazon Prime TV series.
There's going to be a series. Yeah.
Wow.
I'm not sure when it's coming out though. Actually.
Cool. Yeah. And also we have a comment from Mark Mister. Say, hi Rebecca, great to hear you chat about your music. I'm a friend with your sister Victoria. How have you influenced each other musically? There is a question for you, Rebecca.
Okay.
Thanks, Mark.
I think hugely, because me and my sister basically, our musical journey started together, and we wrote our first songs together, all the embarrassments, all the kind of things you do when you start writing your own songs. We kind of learned a lot about music together. So yeah, she's a huge influence on me, and hopefully I am on her. I'm sure we've influenced each other loads over the years.
Cool.
Yeah.
Which is I forgot the words. Which is a better singer between you and your sister?
Okay, I'll say I'm a better singer, but she's a better instrumentalist. Yeah, well, she's better on piano and like clarinet. She's way better on instruments than me.
Cool.
Why don't you do a family duo?
We should do that. We have done some like singing together with our dad, actually. So yeah, when we can, we'll do it for sure. Yeah.
Cool. What about books? Do you read books in general, or?
Yeah, I do. I'm in a book club, actually, so that's quite geeky. So so we read a book each month, and or we try to anyway, and then we kind of we share our thoughts on it and stuff like that. So yeah, it's kind of a good way of reading books that you wouldn't normally read, because other people suggest them and then you read them. So yeah, I don't get loads of chance to read like I used to, because when I would go on a train journey, I'd love to read a book, but I'm not doing that at the moment. So, but I do love reading. Yeah, I do love reading. All sorts of things, really. I wouldn't say I have a specific author or a specific, kind of book that I particularly like, but yeah.
Okay. And now I have a question that our fans used to ask to our guests, and if you have to choose some musicians to form a very great band with you, of course, on the vocals. Okay. So you pick I don't know, 4 musicians to form a marvelous, extraordinary band.
Oh my goodness me. Okay. Right, I'm going to have a little think about this. I think I have to have Dimebag on guitar.
Great choice.
I'll probably have... Gosh, I'm not sure what to say. Who are going to have on drums and bass?
I know it's tricky.
Oh, it's really hard. Sorry, I'm really trying to think who I would have. There's too many to choose. I'm struggling here, really struggling here. Oh, gosh. I'd probably have it's going to be a weird band, but I'll probably have Flea on bass. And,
wow.
And then I'll probably have... Who will I have on my drums? You know what? I'm gonna have Dan Ford on drums, and he's the drummer from Sixth, and he's absolutely incredible. So yeah, we'll go with him. This will be quite a strange band, but it'll be quite intense.
Of course, yes.
Yeah.
Okay, we are near to the end. So we used to ask our guests to do a very official final speech. So it's your moment to feel free to say anything.
Suggestion.
Yeah.
Oh, well, firstly, I want to say thank you for having me, because it's just really, it's been so nice. It's awesome what you guys are doing this. And I had a look back through, all your chats and stuff, and it's amazing. It's such a great idea to connect with musicians and to, just keep in touch with people, because a lot of people are going through really bad times. And I think doing things like this is really, really helpful and really inspiring for people, because I think my main thing is in summing up is just that I hope bands stay together, and I hope they see this through, and I hope when we come out the other side, like, bands will reform, regroup, and start playing again, because people are going to need live music and more than ever when this is done. And they need it now, but they'll need it more than ever when it's done. And I think to have your favorite bands come back and play, and for people to be able to go, it's just going to be really important and really special. So I just hope that bands, you know, will do that, and they won't give up, you know, because it's hard not seeing your friends and your bandmates. It's really hard. And it's hard not writing music in the same room and stuff. And so, yeah, I just hope that people don't give up, because I think people are going to need live music so much over the next few years, and always, but particularly over the next few years. So, yeah.
Yeah, great. Thank you for these amazing words.
Oh, thank you, guys.
And for being with us tonight. Let's share another time of the links about Mariana Hollow, so people can be updated about the news of the band. Check out all the links.
Yeah, you can follow the Mariana Hollow on Facebook, Bandcamp, to listen their latest album, also on Spotify and YouTube channel. So, no excuse, guys.
Before ending this chat, a couple of announcements. So, guys, don't forget to set a reminder on our Facebook page and YouTube channel, so you won't miss our next live chats, because we have very great guests like Rebecca down here. And follow our new playlist, Ravenscry Metal and Rock Guests, when you will find also a song from the Mariana Hollow, right, Fede?
Right, man.
Of course, our first album, One Way Out, turns 10 a couple of days ago. So we did a very special edition of a vinyl of One Way Out, and a few copies are available. So hurry up!
Yeah, so hurry up, because they're almost sold out. It's a super limited edition, only 50 copies. So
yeah.
There is a pre-order, so guys,
you can pre-order. Yes.
Yeah.
And thank you, guys. Thank you, Rebecca. It was very special.
Thank you.
And good luck for everything.
And to you guys as well. Hopefully we can cross paths in the future.
Yeah.
We hope.
Guys, good night, good afternoon, good morning, wherever you are in the world. Thank you.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye,
guys. See you next.